Andrew Kibe, let's begin there. So, please remind me, so that I don't forget, please remind me the name of this guy who started the whole agenda on Twitter.
Francis Gaido?
Francis. So you guys are giving me a backstory about this guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the episode drops. Mwas was in my house.
Yeah, because we actually were on phone the previous
Yeah, we were on phone the previous night. So us were just bashing, episode drops.
Yeah.
So when Mwas is leaving in the morning, Mwas was like, what wanatukana? Niwajibu. I didn't know it was about the episode or anything because I was not online. And namambia, sumezoeana now. Like, I don't give them your time.
Yeah.
Kumbe it's about the episode. Yeah. So this guy called Francis decides to get online. Akayaka 2 clips. A clip from the Kibe episode and a clip from one of our random episodes. And then akaanza controversy ensues. Skip. Bruh. Kumbe the nigga is a big somewhere on Twitter.
Big wig where?
On Twitter. Like he has a following.
Okay.
See, big wig just means you have a following.
He has a following, yeah. He thrives on like picking things that are trending, things that guys are talking about, and then he always finds a way to weave in his stupidity.
Thank you. Yeah. Especially that last statement, ati watu wamejamafi kwa kichwa, sir. That's a lot of talk coming and you're a pile of it. Like, sir.
But unajua,
initially Kitambo he used to do videos where he holds a lapel. The whole video.
Yes, we were talking about it.
Yeah.
And he was loud, opinionated, and wrong the whole time.
But you see, the thing was, and I was telling Chaxi, when he started, he was so objective because he literally used to criticize the government. Yeah. And guys liked him for that.
Because he was running
he was
running for a seat.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was running for a seat that he didn't get.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but he was very, like you said, he was objective. He was talking about things that...
people really, like he was a voice of reason to some extent.
Yeah.
Akaanza kuingiza hizo now those stupid one-liners.
Yeah.
And he completely lost the plot. I think his account on TikTok, was banned or something. Yeah. Then that's when now he's turned himself into a blogger.
Yeah. My question was, like, why would you hold a lapel and it has a clip?
This clip is...
It was like 6 minutes of this.
But like, so me, when I was seeing what was going on online, I didn't get pressed. Because I'm like, actual checkmates, one, they knew the episode was coming.
Exactly.
They actually, if you look at the earlier comments in the checkmates, most of them were going to check out, they actually stood on business. Yeah. Some were like, I had to wait and see whether they would come. Even from the promo, there was no beef, there was nothing.
Is Mariah there?
Guys are like, it was just kawaida. So within the community.
Yeah.
And then, so I think it just got outside when, so this narrative, everyone came to watch the episode from a perspective of, I'm like, but checkmates
there really wasn't any
like there was no issue. You know what I mean? There was no controversy. How do you start by controversy and
angeanza na kufungua dictionary?
Yo! But, hey, it got to you guys at some point.
No, me, definitely.
It got to you guys when all of you put statements. You put out a statement on
because
what did I say on a tweet? I put out a tweet.
Listen,
mine was a statement because I had so many people in my DMs, of course, now asking me like, hey, where, what happened? Dude, I'm not going to respond to over 30 DMs telling people why. Did the statement leave me alone?
And also, if you're asking why, it means you have zero context. Like, you don't even know like the episode was happening and you guys are not going to
and two, also those idiots who are in my DMs calling me all manner of bitches and malayas. Yeah.
Hapo kwa malayas ni jina yako tu.
No. No. And those ones actually, my respect for you has dropped down to a level. Kuna siku tucheka na wewe nikakwambia respect me. Are you mad?
Me could have said, I can't wait for the next episode where Mariah and Mwas have to answer to their sins. So, the conversation was, you had to run away from Kibe. You
ran.
So just setting the record straight. The day of the recording.
By the way, nobody ran. Just so you know.
I was just saying the day of the recording, we recorded another episode.
Yes, and we passed each other at the door. Nobody ran.
Went home.
Yeah. Can we go to the ones that were funny? Because at some point the hate started being funny.
Which one?
So, the guys were hating on you. I'm saying some of them were funny. So at some point, you're like, you can't even get more at this. Can we go to the funny ones that you guys do?
Me and Lembo, I own the studio. That's the only reason I'm here.
No,
we're gonna ignore.
Your qualification is just
we're gonna ignore all the other ones that are very stupid. These are that sijui mama wili walihepa.
Those ones
work harder. Like these are you calling me.
I want the nice banter.
The ones that is that boy is a lesbian. I'm like lesbians like women. So
I mean,
Ule mwenye alinita trust fund baby. That was the one that was, and I was just from paying black tax. Remember you talking about this?
I remember, you told me, yeah.
Someone said that boy is a trust fund baby. He comes from a rich family. That's why he doesn't care about the podcast. So he can't show up or show. He shows up when he wants and when he doesn't. So when I show up...
And you've never missed a single episode.
And the first one that I missed out of choice. Yeah, and I'd announced it here and I announced it on Economy.
Bro, this is a conversation that we've had for how many episodes?
Yeah.
Goes like forever.
Kitambo.
Oh, I know someone who I've known for 10 years who tweeted that I haven't even ever heard of that podcast. I was like, sweetie, you followed me on Twitter for 10 years.
Like, don't even.
Actually, who are those guys? I'm like... But the funniest one was this guy who wrote a whole thread about why podcasting equipment should be expensive.
And then retracted his statement the next day.
Yes, we'll get there. So, ameongea, unajua, you know how you can form an opinion of your own in your mind to create a problem that doesn't exist and then fight people to defend it.
Yeah.
So he starts this thread. I can't remember. It was a lot of nonsense, but
True.
It was long. Alikuwa na time. And he's a doctor. Apparently, alikuwa on strike, so alikuwa na time.
Oh, makes sense.
So ameandika hapo a long message about you should sit down with people you don't differ opinions with nini. Someone is telling this is not about difference in opinion, it's about principle. And then he just brings back the story for opinion and sit with people you don't agree with. This guy is like, he doesn't agree with him, not because of that, because of principle. And I'm like, this guy is misogyny, whatever. He's like,
war veterans.
Yeah. Akasema veterans go to war zones and interview warlords. Shut the fuck up.
Wait.
Mimi nafaa kwenda kuinterview warlord ndo watch kipindi. So I told him, after I took a long nap at home, I woke up and then I saw this nonsense because my friends were really uko hivyo kwa comments zake. Yeah. And he was using too many words to say little about nothing. So at the end of it all, I just told him rest. And then he said, okay. And then, he continued, I guess.
Oh my.
On another thread. So I told him, actually, the plural for equipment is the same exact word. I just thought I'd correct your typo since you like typing a lot.
Yeah, that went crazy.
And then now he stopped for real. Then in the morning, I wake up to an apology. A thread of an apology. Yesterday, I made some remarks aimed at CG Moas, whatever, nini. To say sorry and to support the podcasting industry, I've created a website for you. So he used an app to create a website. The website was not even complete.
The only thing that was on that episode is our logo.
Yeah.
That's it.
And Loriam Ipsum.
And then he told us to send him all the info about the podcast so he can make the website.
Nigga, you're not getting any info about the podcast.
Actually,
not cheapest template.
Yeah, change the website to Andrew Kibe.
Please.
And send it to him.
Have some backbone.
Kibe has a website as well. It doesn't need it. No, but so the guys who genuinely felt they crossed the line and offered apologies. Why do you guys?
Yeah, there's one also came to my DM talking about kwanza ushani tusi.
Your DMs have been active.
Alinitusi kwa comments, then came back to my DM. Dude, I even have your username on my head, but I won't blast you. Anyway, he goes, "Oh, Mariah, let me start by retracting my statement. Ati, I watched 1 hour and Nikafkamali and I said, yeah, now I understand why you didn't come. Idiots."
So wait, but he said it publicly now.
No, he's like, yeah, then you're why?
Interesting. But I was telling Moas, because when everything else was happening, I wasn't worried about Moas. It's not his first rodeo. He's used to dealing with trolls online.
True.
Me, I was mainly concerned. Because when I saw your statement, I was like, yeah, they've got it.
No, because imagine I'm being called by whoever. My cousins, Nini, the Matanga meeting is happening. I'm being told by my sister, like, bro, uku kaloleni kumewaka. I'm like, what's going on? One of your uncles, one of your uncles, amevuta vitu zake, zimebust. He's been on Twitter. He's saying the way guys are trolling you. Now the whole Matanga meeting has turned into Mariah versus Kibe. I'm like, really? My mom is, of course, she's panicking.
Yeah.
Listen, I really didn't need that. I'm starting a new job the next day. I really just didn't need that smoke.
Yeah.
And considering it's because I decided I don't want to sit with a nigga to play in my face. Are you kidding me?
That's crazy. But it just shows you. This is probably the first one. Because there's 3 haters.
Hey.
When you're consistent with the love on the hate.
Because there's one who said in the comments, let me take this opportunity to express my hate for Mariah. Man, this man went, he went in. He went in. I'm a feminist, I'm a wannabe diva. I have an attitude. I'm like, yeah. Okay.
Did you reply to any of them?
No, I didn't, because, excuse me, when did you ever sit and discuss that I was a feminist?
Me, there's a guy who was mentioning everywhere. So that's the only one I replied to. Like, he made his own tweets about how stupid we are and how I'm fragile.
The one who took our pictures. There's one who actually screenshotted our pictures, posted them, tagged us, something like that.
It's a bunch of very sad individuals. But
Facts.
So he did, and then I even used to, hata nikitweet Stima Impotea, he's just like, mbona uko kwa episode? Like, you know, and then I used to read that word. You know that word they use in that semen retention camp of theirs.
Yeah.
ESG puny. So I used to read it as punny. So at the punny once, I'm like, and then now it hit me. It's the word Kibe.
Yeah, the way he says it. Yeah.
No. It is the way Kibe says puny. I don't know what it means. I think it means like, I don't know. It's an insult. No.
Yeah. I don't know.
It should be.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
So alikuwa nashinda kila mahali alafu now I replied to him nikamwambia tu CHEQUE itakupeleka mahali. And then he said, I'm a big fan. I actually watched the podcast because of you. And no, he insulted me again. And then I said, read the first tweet again. CHEQUE itakupeleka mahali. Then he started saying he's a big fan of the podcast. My reasoning is, I was looking at all these people. If they have a picture online, they don't look too happy. And if they don't have a picture, it's because they don't even believe in themselves that much. You're saying it with your chest, but your picture is not in the frame.
No.
Nilienda
kuangalia tu. Unajua mtaki kutukana unamwangalia tu.
For me, it's even about looking at the profile pictures. Imagine I'm not gonna sit and argue with somebody who's surviving on nguvu ya KDF na strong tea the whole day. Imagine I'm really not going to do that. Yes, and take it how you're going to take it. I will not. You need that energy for bigger things than me.
Yeah.
You really need that energy. I'm not going to drag with you. For real.
Yeah. So now now that the Kibe one is out of the way. So now the other ones, because there's two more you said you want to sit in.
Sakaja, Sonko.
No, me, that was just him.
It, yeah.
Somebody who said it, he doesn't have respect for women. I'm not.
Sonko and Sakaja for
Sonko,
you.
Sakaja, list to be updated.
So
I have to be held accountable by the punies.
No, but
luckily, you know those guys. They even don't talk on Twitter. They're like, no, honestly, Powerpuff punies.
Powerpuff punies.
Professor X wenyu amechapa, go through life. Alisema hapa kwa podcast doesn't understand what love is. Depression is not real. She's never been loved. Bitch is loving.
Women,
that's your God.
Women don't deserve respect because women don't deserve respect because kids don't deserve respect.
Yeah.
That's your God.
Yeah. Alisema, he treats women and kids the same.
I struggle to see how this hard mentality is very hard for them to understand, but very easy for them to apply.
Thank you.
I don't get it. But luckily, they're not going to be here moving forward, and Kibe is not coming back.
No, me, I'm just...
I still maintain...
I'm never...
Let me tell you,
no.
It's like what you're saying. It's even if you guys showed up, they've still been dragged about showing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, there's no way you win in this conversation.
Okay, true.
Either way, you don't win in this conversation.
That's true.
So anyway, that's crazy because so now when it happens again, I don't think it's going to have the same reaction. Like at some point, Watazoya. You know what I mean?
Who Watazoya?
Like the guys who don't really follow the show but only come on when there's someone specific on the show.
Yeah.
So they miss these other conversations that build up to whatever we're building.
Makes sense.
So those ones, they'll still come back. Kesho it will be about an opinion you had on Sakaja, Masifuna. You know, there's personalities that have sort of religious followings. Yeah. So anytime you say something about them, they'll drag you.
True.
Yeah.
Which is fine, bro. Like, that's why the show is. It's no longer that small community of 300, 500 people. At some point, you'd even know all the guys in the comments.
True.
So it's not that anymore.
Makes sense, yeah.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.